were elected governor of Florida, how would you prevent AI from taking everyone's jobs?
It's a really good question. I use AI almost every single day to do research, to edit videos, our team uses it all the time. I don't think, and I grew up in the age of dial-up. I grew up in the age of the Nintendo 64 and then seeing the GameCube and the PS2 become the PS3 and then broadband internet. I remember waiting in line with my family as they got the first iPhone in 2007. And so I grew up at a really interesting time. You're a couple years younger than me, but we grew up at really interesting inflection points in technological progress. More has happened in technology in the last 30 years than perhaps the last 300 for consumer-facing tech. One, I think the fears over AI are overblown for a couple reasons. But the first is I think AI has actually become less advanced in the last 6 months, last year, for whatever reason. And there's some very interesting technical constraints behind the scenes with inference and training. AI, it looks like it's actually gotten dumber. And so one of the preconditions for AI taking everyone's job is that AI is smarter than everyone. I would have actually subscribed to that thesis 12 months ago, but my own research, some of the academic papers that I'm reading about scaling and inference suggest that AI is probably capped out in the near term here. The kind of jobs that AI, if it is in fact more advanced than humans, will take are the kind of jobs that are in many respects a weight on society. So a paralegal. Now, the paralegals will not like that the paralegals are being replaced, but that is a cost that is being borne in a society where you have to pay up for legal expenses. So when AI comes in, what does that allow you as an average American to do? It allows you to take the fight to courts where you weren't able to do before. You know, if you wanted to sue somebody, $10,000 for a lawyer, take them to court, 18 months, you may not lose, whatever. With AI, you can draft a lawsuit, you can file it yourself, pro se, it can take you step by step. So on one hand, that is a loss for the 1 out of 1,000 people who are paralegals, who are going to be able to move on to a new career, more fulfilling career. They're smart people. But it's also a gain for the other 999 people who are now able to use this technology to hold companies that abuse them or break their contract, hold them accountable in a way they never were before.